Okay, according to the engineer's blueprint, what we need is some big wheels in the back and some casters in the front. Okay, let's take these. Let's go find some casters. Ooh, they're nice and smooth. Square tubing mixed with plywood. Oh, a bucket full of these. Boom! That's another one.
Should I use my disc down to the core like that? Leave your opinion in the comments.
So now we got 4 of these, and we got 4 of the backs. Need some 15-inch cross members out of the bucket. Okay, now we got a whole bunch of these. That's the bottom of one. Perfect spacing. Okay, I got the casters here in the front. Brought it up to the right height. Okay, we're gonna have an axle go across here. There, nice straight mark. There she goes. There we go. Cut a whole bunch of these 1/2-inch plywood sheets. Gonna put another board on the side here. And we got 2 little sides on there. There'll be a drawer right here coming out the front. Now we're gonna weld these top pieces. Now I gotta crisscross square it. Make sure it's square. That's what I learned from professionals. Perfect! Got all the top ones welded on. Another shelf. Alright, Grandpa. Let's go put on the shelf. Need a sheet of metal. Cut this into little pieces. 2 little pieces like that. Okay, we're gonna put this drawer track on here. Yeah, get in there, you peckerhead. Okay, so I cut a whole bunch of wood for the drawer. Kind of built kind of a cavity in between 2 pieces of wood. Alright, we got the drawer done. It's like a filing cabinet. So I got this board put on the front. Over here on the back, we got that board right here. Let's stick it in. Now we need some 5/8 by 5/8 pieces of wood for tracks. Okay, so we're going to stick them in like that. Glue them. Nail them. Spacers in. Glue her up. Ooh, they're going to slide in there. Damn it, I had no nails in there. Oh yeah, start this again. McFrickin' chicken. Next. Boom. All right, that's one side. Damn. These are all the pieces that I'm going to be using as drawer slides. All the pieces I've cut for the drawers. So it's the big drawer, the medium-sized drawer, a whole bunch of the little drawers, and the drawer fronts, 3 different sizes. These are the drawer bottoms. Okay, so I built a few drawers. This few here, and also one with the tracks in it. Now we're going to slap one together. 2 of these, 1 of those. Get in there, freak show. And a gun full of bullets and glue. Push them together. Make sure they're bang on. Squishy, squishy, squishy. Bottom of the drawers. Another drawer. I might as well show you how it's done. So I make a mark along here. Grab a rail. Dab her full of glue. Make sure she's on the line. Next side. Line it up. Clean out the glue. And give it a try. Space looks pretty good. Boom! We got these plastic rails. So that's what we're using for our handles. McChicken! And then we cut them into little pieces like this. So we only want about half of this thing. So we're going to cut it in half. Just keep scoring it and it bends. So that's what I want. Just the one piece like so. So I want this to hook on the inside all the way across. It's going to be the handle. Tamp her down. This little handle. Now I need some kind of a handle on here. Something like this. Like a fridge dolly. So this is what I found. This is going to make the handle. Okay, got her all welded up. That's crusty! Well, there's the sawzall. One piece will be here, one here, and one here. And then this piece will go right on top. Mount this sucker here. Square enough! This area is going to hold my cordless tools. have a nice slot to park in there like that. And same with the impact. Some room for the bit to go in there. Right, now we're going to take this space underneath here and box it in. There, that works. I cut a bunch of stuff! Now we're putting it together. Jigsaw, drill, impact driver. Here's the problem. If you hit a speed bump, your drill falls out, could be a problem. Especially this one, it's brand new. Good thing it's Makita, or else you wouldn't be able to do stuff like that. Nevertheless, we don't want this crap falling out. Then you gotta bend over and pick it up, and that sucks. So we want it to be stuck in there. So what's the best way to keep stuff stuck? Magnets! Okay, so what I've built is this thing. And as you slide in the drill, bang! The magnet grabs it. And it holds the drill from falling out. Then there'll be another one over here for the impact driver. Kind of floppy, so it'll go boom! Let's try the drill. So now if we're going through the dunes, going off the deep end. Okay. Yeah. I think that's going to work pretty good, actually. Okay, you might notice that there's kind of a gap all up in here. 4 more drawers. So you got to block her up and yada yada. Okay, we got those done on that side. Okay, now for painting the one cabinet, I found this stuff out in the garage. Okay, now what we're building, it's going to have one card's going to hook to the next card. So we got to chop these guys up. And we got to chop this sucker up. There we have them. That's 1. That's 2. Something like that. Close enough! And we're going to make a little bumperish type of thing up front here. It'll also double as a handle, and it'll also be the hook-a-majig. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, so I got the seatbelt piece welded on here, and it's going to lock onto this piece. Now we need to put a bracket on here. Let's do it! Hopefully it works nice and slick like that. Black enough. Why aren't you dry already? Gotta paint the handle. How could you miss that? Now you can't wait till the paint is dry. You have to get this shit together. Boom! That's how it's done. Okay, so now we're going to be popping some holes in here so that we can put in a recoil for the cord. So basically we're putting this unit in there. Okay, so now I put a plug on that cord end. Plug over here and switch over here and twizzle some wires together. There, how's that? Pecker face. Okay, this is where my vacuum's going to plug in. This is going to be the on-off switch for the vacuum because it's easy. Mark the silicone. There we go. Silly. Okay, so we got the channel logo epoxied onto there. Now we're going to put this cover with 4 screws. Now to protect the logo, we're going to put some epoxy over top of it. We ain't perfect, but who gives a crap? Perfect's overrated. Okay, now we're going to build a whole bunch of these little hooks for hanging pipe fittings on. Okay, I'm going to add a few things here in the back. Okay, we're going to call that the pipe stayer. And the pipe will stay in there. Okay, so what this unit has, 4 drawers in total on this guy. There's a space for the silicone gun. And these guys here are magnets. So instead of holding like a handful of screws or something, you just slop them on there, pick off one at a time as you need it. You can have a few bits kicking around, maybe an extension. So it'll just kind of hold it there. Done with them, throw them back there until you put them away. Or say you're using drill bits and you need a few different sizes. No container needed. Nice, easy to grab off. Perfect. Now these other clips on here, these are for tape measures. Just hook her up there or there. You can always use the top as a table. You can always park your drill into one of the corner pockets. That'll keep it secure even if somebody bumps into your car. Spot for the impact driver. So when you stick your impact up there, the magnet grabs the bit. It'll basically prevent it from falling out. Even if your cart goes to tip over, it won't let the impact fall out of there. And the other pocket is for the drill. Hit a few bumps along the way, and the drill won't fall out. The next pocket is for the jigsaw. On the opposing side, the jigsaw blade sticks out here, and this magnet grabs it, prevents it from falling out. Okay, here in the back we have a pocket for a sawzall. Okay, now we got the plug back here. So we'll pull it out, plug it in wherever you got power. And this spot here in the front is going to be for a vacuum. Okay, so over here, in the shelf, so I'm going to put my tape dispenser. Over on this corner, going to be where the paper towel roll goes. On this corner, a flashlight. Okay, so what we got with this sucker, we got these hooks, tape measure, or a tool caddy. We got the same magnets, drawers on both sides. Elbow, they got couplers, 45, 22 there, maybe a street 45. Now the back side, this is where we're going to keep the pipe. So I'll store random leftover pieces, parts in this drawer, so plumbing glue, maybe some other glue, my cutting cleaning tools, and then maybe just a bucket of pipe dope, Teflon tape, crimp rings. There are crimp tools on top of there, PEX ring remover, keys in there, elbows, pair of channels, crescent wrench, with a ratchet, extension, my tape, more tape, electrical, marking tape, little vice grips, sock cutters, wire strippers, needle nose, some ratchety thing, some more tape, and whatever the hell that is. 1.5 inch screws, 3-inch screws. Sawzall blades. You know, being at the workplace and all, sometimes you got the inspectors coming around and, well, just in case the inspector comes around, we'll have some protection. And just in case that leads to HR, we got that. And just to keep it on the down low, we'll throw some gloves in there for safety. Yeah, we missed number 4 here. In case things get out of hand.